able to kick back and relax this Saturday. Some nicer weather, a little bit cooler where I'm actually at, but sun was out most of the day. Although I think we're supposed to get storms this evening, but hopefully wherever you're at, you're actually able to enjoy it somewhat. So decided to take a look at another beer here, and this is going to come from one of my local breweries. It's actually one that I decided to pull from the cellar. So I've had it there for a bit of time and going to see how it actually aged out. This is from Figleaf Brewing, one of our local breweries here. And it is the Anniversary 1 Belgian Quad on Plums. See if my camera zooms in as I get it closer there so you can see the label better. Kind of being a little fickle right now. Get the old hand trick. The hand trick works. You put the hand up there, then it comes right in. So you can see that there. Figleaf Brewing, Anniversary 1, Belgian Quad on Plums. It is unfiltered, unpasteurized, store and serve properly. This one comes in with an ABV of 10.3%. It is actually the 2017 edition. And on the side here, Anniversary 1, to commemorate our first anniversary, we brewed this Belgian-style quad for easy drinkability, despite its elevated strength. After primary fermentation began to show, we racked the beer onto over 1 pound per gallon of plum puree to complete fermentation. Restrained fruity Belgian yeast aromatics underlie notes of juicy plum, toffee, and caramel before an off-dry finish. So that's what it says there on the side. It's got the Ohio independent label there as well. You know, always trying to support local. And nothing else really too much on this one. What is going on, Gilbert? Cheers, my friend. And as always, as you guys know, I do like my Belgian style ales. So let's see how this one is actually held up and what they did to it. And see how this one tastes. So Gilbert, what is going on in your neck of the woods, my friend? How is your Saturday going? Fix my mic here real quick before I lose it. It does have a nice aromatic note already coming out when I pop the top. And this is a 12.7 ounce bottle, by the way. So a little bit of a bigger bottle than your usual. Get it all into the glass right there. What is going on, Jeremy? Cheers, my friend. Yeah, I decided to do a live a little bit earlier tonight and see what was going on with everybody. But there's a look at it. It's got that kind of, I don't know, brownish type color to it. It kind of makes you think like some type of like muddy waterbed or something. Not always the best looking things. We do have some yeast in there as well, so you can see some of the particles in place. And like I said, it was unfiltered, so we knew we'd have some stuff in there. That stuff won't affect you at all. Oh, in the house hiding from hay fever. Well, that's a better place to be than outside sneezing and everything than freaking people out thinking you got corona. Luckily, my allergies have not been as bad this year. I hit it pretty quickly with Flonase and Claritin D, and I've been able to avoid it somewhat. But you get a nice aroma off the beer. You definitely get that style of it being a Belgian ale. The yeastiness comes through. You get a little bit of a breadiness type feel. A little bit of a sweetness there. Get a little bit of that plum scent, but you also get like that little kind of dabble that kind of reminds me of that coriander type feel that you often get with some of the Belgians. It's got a little bit of a spiciness there on the nose as well, taste-wise. Oh, pretty smooth. Goes down rather easily. You do pick up some of the booziness. You get a nice warmth between the initial and the finish. But on the back end, it just slides down the throat ever so easily. Get a nice tingling in the cheeks area. Causes you to have that chewy type sensation. Nice full body on it. A little bit of that spice and the taste there. Kind of that clove type feel that you get with a lot of the Belgian ales. That's in play. A little bit of an astringency, but overall pretty decent. Now at this point, I'm getting a little bit of the plum, but I'm not getting a lot of plum. Again, this is a 2017 edition that I've actually had in the cellar. So Belgian ales will usually hold up for a good amount of time. They're strong enough to do so. And I didn't have a fresh to really compare to it, so I'm not sure if the plum may have wore down a little bit, but I was expecting it to hang around for a little bit of time. You pick up the carbonation and the bubbles, nice prickling on the tongue. Feel it, the bubbles on the lips. Let's see, hay fever getting better, but attack on Thursday was good as getting better. Yeah, an attack sucks, but at least it's just that one time thus far. So hopefully this weather, we started to go down to a little bit cooler now, so it's kind of jumping around from warm to cold. What's going on, Vanessa? Cheers. Texture-wise, has a little bit of that syrupy type texture that you get on some of these bigger beers. What is up, Cardinal Flores? Cheers, my friend. This is a nice one that most people, I think, could enjoy easily as a sipper, but I tell you what, it is just going down rather easily for me. I wouldn't advise picking up a few of these just because you're looking at a high ABV, and these will sneak up on you, of course. But overall, it's got a nice taste to it. And I guess you could say you do have a little bit of that purplish tint on the color as I look at it. So, you know, with that plum that they use, it does come through there. The head itself, kind of a tan type head, not a lot of lacing, but we do have a little bit of head still left. And the sediment there, I got some settling to the bottom now. And as I get down more into it, on the second half of the glass, the plum is starting to rise up a little bit. Now I let this sit out for about 20-25 minutes after pulling it from the cooler, which in the cooler was about 40-45 degrees. And as it's warming, I'm getting more of that action taking place. So again, that's why you want to kind of know what's the best temperatures for some of the styles you're enjoying, so you get the feeling of the beer. But overall, I am digging this one. So a nice one here that was done by Figleaf Brewing. Just one of the many breweries, I'll say many, that we have in this area. I think last count we were 60 to 70, I believe, throughout the Cincinnati area. Let me get that there again with the hand trick. See if it pulls it all up there for you. It's like trying to deal like Mr. Magoo or something with the camera. But anyway, this is it here. It is local, so chances are, unless you're in the Cincinnati area, you probably won't see it out there. I don't think they have a big enough distribution. But for some of the people that do watch that kind of hit this area, they are familiar with Figleaf Brewing, and a nice smaller brewery to check out. Hopefully one that actually does make it through all this stuff, because some of them have been closed just because they're not really that big. They don't really have the delivery type service, I think, with them, or equipped to do that. Maybe some of them are doing pickup at certain hours, but this one's more north of me, up in Ohio on the Cincinnati side, so I haven't really been over to their brewery yet, but they do pop up in the stores. What is going on, Ron? Cheers. Well, 38 to 40, but you like a lot of the adjunct beers as well, I believe. So if you're drinking the adjunct lagers, then 38 to 40 is definitely where you want to have them at. Even a little colder than that if you want. So a lot of people will put them in the freezer for a little bit of time too, and get a nice chill on them. And those you can put in a frosted mug, which helps that style for the adjunct lager, keeping it colder longer as well. With that style, is always key to actually have the beer colder. I know some people that will drink some of the craft beers in colder glass and like that, but they're really muting the flavors and the aroma of it when they do that, and they have to wait for it to really warm up to get to that next level. So, like I said, it's all about what your palate likes, but there are certain techniques for different styles. What is going on, Thrash? Cheers, my friend. Was able to catch some of your brew day earlier, so that was cool, and hopefully that all panned out well in the end. It looked like you were doing a great job and on your way there with the beer you were brewing. What is going on, GSHL? You're a legend, my friend. Cheers, brother, and happy Saturday to you. Hopefully things are going well up there in Canada as you kick back and deal with the same stuff that we're dealing with. Well, everyone's dealing with around the world, I guess you can say. Which will be interesting. They're down here. They're saying the next 2 weeks will be a big time. So we'll see what happens. But there were some countries they were talking about trying to start doing stuff again, and they were actually afraid that they were starting to see like a rise again of the outbreak. And then there were some talking about reports that now there's a concern that you might be able to get it again. So they're running some stuff there too. So just crazy times right now. Oh, Annie Roxanne. Jeremy says hello to everyone there as well. But yeah, I just wanted to get on, share a beer. I didn't do the Fan Fun Friday last night because I really didn't have enough time with other stuff I was going to do. So I'm going to move that to this upcoming Friday. I actually went on Daddy Porter's show last night, had a blast. We had a pretty good stream over there talking about beer. So I'll move that out and then go from that point. So Ron says, no frosted mug, just chilled. I don't want condensation in my beer. Well, well played. But if you're doing a macro type lager, I mean, that's the one style where a frosted mug does make sense along those lines. But I like that you said you don't want the condensation in the beer. That's awesome. Nobody wants that. Nobody needs that. Anybody else drinking on anything right now that you have in front of you that you're tasting as you kick back on this weekend? I actually got a 3-day weekend this weekend. I decided to take off Monday, which I was planning to do anyway. But we had a town hall meeting as well with everything happening, and even our president, CEO, they're talking about days. He's like telling people to take off like, days like mental health type days, just with all the stuff that people are probably needing a break and stuff like that. So yeah, so I decided to take off on Monday. Homebrew white IPA, 6.8, nice. Ron says, guess mine. I'm going to think, Ron, you might be having a Hams. Is it a Hams, my friend? Which a Hams on Easter weekend, because a lot of people have ham, wouldn't be a bad one to have. I've actually, believe it or not, down in the fridge, Ron, I've got some Natty Light Natter Days still. So I'm going to probably enjoy a couple of those when I jump on Call of Duty in a bit. Oh, BDO in the house. What is going on? Says, hey, Jeremy, how are you, brothers? I meant to ask you yesterday. Rajay, you're going to be our psychiatrist. I don't know about that. Although in college, I almost did minor in psychology. I took a few classes, but then it was like, I don't want to do that. I'm the wiener. Yeah, I said, I got to get over and get the hams from the one store so I can put a review up here on the channel with it. I don't really want to get like a 30-pack of it. I just want to get like one. I know the one store, you can get individual cans of it. So I just haven't been over there yet to do it. Got me some V&W. That's what Blake's rolling with. Little vodka and water action. That's a common staple that Blake does enjoy. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about there, Jeremy. Definitely the tall boys. I'd rather get one of those. I'm going to actually, I think, pick up one of the Clamatos and do a review on that too. I think it's the one from Soul. I think the Soul or Chelada. Soul has a Chelada, and I did that one a while back with the Bud Light. I think it was Mandarin Chelada. and actually was pretty decent. And it's kind of like, you know what, I wouldn't mind having another chilada. So that's one that we have in our local store. I may pick that up. Hey, what is going on, Angela? Cheers to you. Hey, you crazy peeps. What's crack-a-lackin'? Just chilling on a Saturday night. Came on with a little bit of a Belgian beer to see how everybody was doing out there. Decided to throw up a stream, and wow, everybody's kind of hanging out tonight. I'm actually about to record It Part 2 because I haven't seen that yet. So It Chapter 2 comes on at 8 o'clock tonight. So I'm going to record that. And the other movie I haven't seen is the A Quiet Place. So right now, if you have like cable, Epix and Showtime are free, and they're putting A Quiet Place on tonight. So I kind of want to catch the first one because the second one looks pretty good. So I can do some DVR recording there, and I don't know when I'm going to watch them, but I am recording them right now. Believe it or not, my favorite chilada is the Budweiser one. I was surprised at how I did like it. I mean, I've had Bloody Marys. I've kind of warmed up to them later on as I've gotten older, and it reminded me kind of Bloody Mary. So I was actually okay with it. That orange on it that I had with the Budweiser one added a nice little tinge too. So I figured jumping in with something like that give me a little bit more flavor than just a straight tomato juice. But now I'm going to check out the other one, I think, when I go back to the store. Jeremy said, cheers to Angela. Blake says, no, sir, JV. That sounds terrible. LL. Ron says he'll review hams with me. Yeah, I just got to pick it up, indefinitely. And I've had hams before, which I've actually enjoyed. As far as adjunct lagers go, hams is one of the ones I've actually enjoyed more than the others. So definitely works. Volks in a wagon. That's funny, Angela. BDOs, I'm doing great. Just got done with about 10 hours of yard work. Oh, that's a day. You're ready to probably drink something back there. Yeah, hopefully everything was going with you well. I know last time, BDO, we had talked. I know you were feeling a little ill and stuff, so you got all checked out. But good to see you're on the recovery road. Cheer up, Blake. Rajay is our psychiatrist. He will get us through quarantine depression. Yeah. Between him, you guys, and VNW, I'm going to make it, LOL. That's what it is. You got to look out. Optimism. Same here, Brad. Been doing work and housework for the last 2 days. Finally about done. I keep saying I'm going to do some housework, but I never get around to do it. There are some things I could be doing, but I like relaxing a little bit more. Love hams, just can't get it down here. Yeah, I mean, depending on that, I know like Alan told me he couldn't get hams before as well, and they probably got one of the better deals for what you actually get, 30 pack for like 11 or 12, whatever it is there. Just affected my pandemic pale ale. Yeah, the pandemic pale ale that you were brewing earlier. Jeremy said, are you serious, Thrash? Doing great. Yard is 3.5 acres. Oh, wow. That takes some time for sure. That's a lot. I can see why it's 10 hours out there. Because you're a survivor, Blake. Way to man up. Blake gets a lot of courage from the bear. Jeremy, did you block me from chat the other night? Moosehead? What chat was that one, Ron? And Thrash with the kapow, I guess, emoji at Jeremy. Don't think so. Not sure what you're talking about. So, Jeremy, he didn't block you, it looked like. Was it a chat here, Ron, or was it a chat on someone else's stream? Boom. Okay. What kapow? If it was Batman back in the day, they put up kapow and they would put up boom. So the old school Batman. It sure wasn't this channel. I don't have a Blu-ray chat. I don't know. I might be a little bit behind on those things. Kapow. Right, see? It could be Kapow. Kapow at Jeremy. So anybody got any plans, anything fun this weekend that you guys did? The goat show. Anybody got any plans for Easter tomorrow? Getting out? Well, what are you gonna get out and do? I mean, anybody getting together? I guess with families. I mean, what else can you really do tomorrow? I think some places are trying to hold church services, but that's kind of interesting. I always complain that my house is nasty since this has been going on. I still won't clean the house, right? Llama farm to make a ham dinner. Ooh. What are you picking up at the llama farm? Are you going there to get like eggs and stuff, or do they do like other parts of the food that you're going to use for your meal? I don't think I blocked you out unless you was logged in under a troll account or something. Working from home? Well, that's no fun to work on a Sunday. Drinking and eating hams. Yeah. Ham for food, ham for drink. Don't really got too much here for tomorrow. Going to be pretty much hanging out. We don't really have family in this area, so it's just us. Going to probably grill some chops and some other stuff for dinner and kick back and chill. I'm going to hang inside tomorrow. It's supposed to be another bad weather day here tomorrow, unfortunately. Yeah, well, be safe. Yeah, you guys... I think the night I told you, but maybe not. Maybe I didn't. I guess, but I heard there were other tornadoes that went through Arkansas. I know it wasn't in Jonesboro, so yeah, definitely be safe there. And hopefully for you and Jeremy, Blake, that anybody you guys knew there or family or everybody was safe when those storms came through. Visiting a friend at Roasting Ham. He is the one whose dad. Oh, okay, that passed away. Yeah, so you guys are getting together for that. Nice. Collecting more duck eggs as well. Yeah, I was thinking you might be getting more duck eggs while you're there. Probably make some great deviled eggs out of the duck eggs, I would think. One of my friends, she got a recipe for like the keto type thing. So this morning she made like deviled eggs with, I think it was bacon and shrimp as like a breakfast type thing. And that was, that looked really good. And I bet with the duck eggs, like you said, they have a little bit more of a richer type value to them. I bet they will really taste good as deviled eggs. Killing that virus with smoke and drink. There you go. Oh, let me see. Cheers to all Kapow. So with a hashtag Kapow now. Did we do a Friday show? I was going to watch it and show you some love, but can't find. No, I actually, I said it before you got here tonight. I didn't do the Friday show because I didn't have time really to do it the way I wanted to do it. Plus, because I was on Daddy Porter's show last night at 9 o'clock. They had me on there as their guest to talk beer. So I was kind of too jammed up before. I didn't really want to do it after we knocked out. I knocked out some pretty big beers on the show. So after that, I chilled a little bit doing some gaming action. But I'm going to push out to next Friday for that. But I don't know. I need to do something. If people are around, maybe I'll send out some invites, see if people want to do a stream tomorrow afternoon or something if people want to get together. Because I do want to test out that new software that I have from GridFam where you can put 8 people on screen with that one versus the 6 on StreamYard and do some other stuff with it. So if people are around for tomorrow, want to get together and stream, we can definitely look at getting something set up. Angela said, oh, that sounds fantastic. Now, what was it fantastic? Was it the deviled eggs I was talking about? Kapow, back at you, trash. Okay, cool. Yeah. Boom, yarning with Angela. Bamalam. Oh, yeah. So I might go ahead and do something like that for tomorrow and put a little stream up. And I'm thinking if I do it, maybe around 2 or 3 maybe tomorrow, if that might be good Eastern, depending where you're at. Most of the people are behind me, so it might be like just in the lunchtime for a few people. But if people are around and want to get together, definitely do something. Oh, the breakfast. Yeah, the breakfast, it looked fantastic. The eggs with the bacon and the shrimp. It looked really good. And, there's some, I guess that's one of the things you can eat when you're in a keto diet. I mean, that's one of the ones she found as a recipe. I haven't had a good deviled egg in a long time. I'm a big fan of deviled eggs. For a long time, it was kind of like when in the summers you go to a picnic or a barbecue. That's one of the first things I always wanted was like deviled eggs. That was one of my favorites to actually have. Let me see here. 5 hour stream today. Got some catching up to do, Roger. Yeah, yeah. Anytime you do the Brew Day stream, right? You're gonna run it for a bit of time, and I had to do some other stuff earlier, but I got a chance to catch some of it. I was watching some at 21090 as well this morning. They were actually doing a Brew Day. Todd was so. Yeah, those are some good long videos, but people like them to watch and learn how to about brew and beer. I know Vanessa was on there really watching it and saying she may pick that up and do at some point here as well. So I think it's great that you do those videos and you're teaching some people as you're actually doing it. Play me some AWB. What's AWB? Chris Carter in the house. What's going on, Chris? Let's go Mountaineers all day, every day. Once a Mountaineer, always a Mountaineer, my friend. So yeah, I'm rocking the. You always have the West Virginia stuff here. A fun time, a great time when I went to school there, and it was one of those things that does become ingrained as a part of you. So cheers to you for the Mountaineers. Cool. I use plain Greek yogurt in my deviled eggs now with a tiny bit of lemon juice and seasonings. I never heard of Greek yogurt being used in them before. It's interesting. I don't know how to make deviled eggs. I know how to eat deviled eggs. I don't know how to make them. Oh, there you go. Average white band. All right. Well, this is actually just off a Beats channel that's playing right now. So I don't usually put on the other stuff with bands and stuff anymore because YouTube is so fickle, and the streams I want to keep up, I just usually use this channel I'm using right now rather than risk it. Low fat sub for male. That's a good idea. Oh yeah, I'm not a huge, well, I'm not a huge mayo person, but in deviled eggs, you have to use mayo or something like the yogurt or a Miracle Whip or something like that. But I do like ones that are done with Miracle Whip because it gives a little bit of a tanginess to the deviled egg. But that's one thing I've never learned to actually make. Boo. Now I want a deviled egg, so after talking about deviled eggs. Plus, right now I'm watching Diner Driving and Dives again, which Friday and Saturday nights I get wrecked watching that show because I just get hungry all over again. I just ate a little bit ago. It's like making me hungry. It's the easiest thing ever besides... Don't you bring in that fried bologna, Angela. Which I still have not done the fried bologna. I have not done it, but everybody's trying to get me to watch the Tiger King now, and it seems like if you're going to do a fried bologna sandwich, watching the Tiger King is a show you should actually watch while eating one. So I don't know how many of you guys have watched that show, but I see like a lot of people have, and they're hooked on it. Paprika on top. Yes, I do like the paprika on top of the deviled egg. Actually, when I used to get them, I used to add like crushed red pepper on top too. I like a little bit of a spiciness to it. Premium mayonnaise or stuff you make yourself has more egg content. That helps make the devil and the deviled eggs nice. Yeah, I'm with you, Thrash. I'm not planning to watch the Tiger King as well. Thrash said he heard it sucks. The most common term I heard about it was pretty much it was a train wreck. Everybody seems to say it was a train wreck. And some people are like, you got to see it just because of the train wreck effect. So it's like, why would you want to watch that just because of the train wreck? I mean, that's what Jerry Springer's for. Fried bologna and Joe Exotic. Yes, great combination. Yeah, that is crazy. Yeah, I would pass on the two steak boogie, my friend. Train wreck. Yep. Once you start, you can't quit. I had somebody tell me earlier today they watched it. They said the first 30 minutes were a little tough to get through, but after that, it started taking off from that point. But I've had some people that turned it off during the first episode, just how bad it was. So I don't know. It just seems to be something I feel like I could do other stuff with my time rather than watching that show. Like I got other shows I can watch that are better off than that one. But yeah. Well, my beer is empty. I need to go get another beer. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this baby up, at least for now. Depending on how things are later, maybe come back later on. Still never seen Tiger King. Looks like a meth head who likes tigers, LOL. Well, I can definitely see that. The excitement kicks in about episode 2 or 3. First one is history and background. Yeah, I guess you got to set it up, right, to get everything after that. So then you set it up, and then it starts to roll from there. Husband watched it. I wore headphones and watched YouTube instead. That show was not likable at all. I feel like it's going to be the same way. Vanessa's like, I was like, but BDO says, great show. See you later. So BDO seemed to like it. Oh, I thought you were trying to make a little bit of a slang there, BDO. But yeah, I'm going to actually jump off here. Thanks for tuning in and for the great chat, of course, from everyone. I'm going to give you another beer. I'm going to actually jump over to the gaming channel for a bit. Kind of want to relax and play a little Call of Duty for a bit. And then what I'll do is I'm going to look at maybe doing a stream tomorrow. If I don't do anything later tonight, if some of the guys want to stream later tonight, that's possible as well. But I'm going to see if some of the guys want to come on tomorrow. So Blake, BDO, you guys are around. We can definitely look at that. Thrash, if you guys are freed up tomorrow, let me know and try to get something put together that I can get out there as well. That being said, thanks for tuning in. And as Angela said, later taters, happy Easter, y'all. And hopefully you guys have a great rest of the night if I don't see you before tomorrow. And keep drinking those good craft beers. Cheers, everyone. I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye.